Welcome guys, this is a recap about simple interest, and remember we have this formula, this one. We have I equals C times R times N. So the capital is the money that you borrow or that you are going to invest, okay? R is the interest rate. You need to be careful with this R because this one, in this formula, we have to use the interest rate in the decimal version. So for example, if the problem says the interest rate is, I don't know, maybe 10%, we need to change this to decimal. So for example, we need to say the R is going to be 10 divided by 100. In this way, we can find the decimal version. So we are going to use, in this example, 0.10, and this is the decimal version of the interest rate. Then what else? N is the number of years, okay? And that's it. Then I is the total interest, so the money that you are going to receive from the bank or the money that you are going to pay to the bank, okay? So it's PC, so we are going to check an example, and remember we must use the decimal version of this interest rate. So we have this example. We have Rodolph decide to invest 50,000 pesos at simple interest. Okay, this is the simple interest rate of 3% per year for a period of 8 years. Okay, calculate the interest received after 8 years. B, find the total amount in Rodolph's account after 8 years. And C, find the time when he will have 60,000 pesos. So first, what do we have? We have a formula. The formula is the interest is CRN. Okay, so this is what we have. Then, according to the problem, what do we have? So what is the 50,000 pesos? In this case would be the capital. So the capital is 50,000 pesos. What else? We have the R. R is the 3%. Be careful with this R. Then what else? We have N, the number of years, 8 years. What is missing in this case? Well, let's change the color. We can use red. We don't have this, the interest. Calculate the interest received, that is A. Pay attention. We have A. First, we need to change always from percentage to decimals. So we can say the percentage, well, the interest rate is going to be 3 divided by 100, and this is 0.03. This is the value that we are going to use in our equation. Be careful with this. So in order to find A, we can say the interest is going to be, according to the formula, the capital, 50,000 pesos times the interest rate using the decimal version, 0.03 times what? Times the number of years, in this case 8. Okay, so we can do this in your calculator. So we have 50,000 times times 8. So this is the interest rate. No, the interest that Rodolph is going to receive, 12,000. Okay, 12,000. Okay, so this is A. What about B? So for B, be careful because this is super easy. Find the total amount in Rodolph's account after the 8 years. And remember, this is the money that he is going to receive from the bank. But at the very beginning, he had this 50,000. So for doing B, it's super easy because it's the initial amount plus the interest he's going to receive from the bank. So basically this is 62,000 pesos. Okay, we can use this 62,000 pesos, and this is B. Okay, so this is B. What else? We have the last question. Letter C. Find what? The time when he will have 60,000 pesos. So this is a little bit tricky. Again, we have the capital is the same, 50,000 pesos. Now the time is known. Okay, the interest rate is going to be the same. This is the decimal version. Then what else? How we have the interest? This is the good one. The interest. In order that Rodolph need, let me see, this one. This is the 60,000 pesos is the goal, but Rodolph has 50,000. So he has missing 10,000. This is the money that he has or he wants to receive from the bank. Okay, you need to be careful with this. So he needs 10,000 pesos from the bank. Okay, so what we are going to find is the time. So in order to do this, we need to rearrange the equation. Because the original equation is something like this from CRN, but we need to isolate n, okay, by doing the opposite operation. So the capital and the R, they are multiplying the n. So we need to perform the opposite operation in order to isolate the n. So the interest is going to be divided by the capital times the R, the interest rate. This is going to be the number of years. Okay, remember, always we use the opposite operation. In this case, they are multiplying, and then here they are dividing. So now we need to solve the equation. We have the interest is 10,000 divided by the capital times 0.03. This is the interest rate equals n. Okay, so we can do this. 10,000 divided by 50,000 times 0.03. Okay, so in this case n is going to be 6.66. so we can round up this to 67 years. So you need to be very careful, because here we can use decimals in order to have exactly these 60,000 pesos. And that's it. This is the simple interest.